Hey, everybody. We are live. I am Aaron, aka the Handy Outdoor Nerd, and this sexy gentleman over here is...
I am Chris, aka MrCarrellScience. How's everybody doing?
And welcome to the AC Show, the coolest show on YouTube. So tonight's show, we were going to have our special guest on, Jeff, aka Print 3D. He was in the hospital yesterday, so thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family. He's back at home now, but he's just going to take it easy and rest. So it's just going to be Chris and I right now.
Understandable. Jeff, if you happen to be walking or something, just know I'm here for you, man. Hope you're doing better.
Miles away.
I'm miles and miles away for you, man. I'm social distancing.
I fixed my color. So I got a couple of things to talk about tonight. We were going to talk about stuff on Jeff's thing that he's been working on, which is pretty cool, but we will get to this. That was a bit of a lag there. That was weird. All right.
My favorite thing about what's happened so far is Jeff's post a couple weeks ago of the LA skyline. Did you see that one? The sky in like September versus the sky right now because of everything being closed down. It's crazy, man. So much cleaner.
Yep. Yeah, OneRes, it does that for whatever reason now and again. Like the lighting, it will turn me orange. If you check out several weeks ago, I was having issues and I looked like a ginger.
Ever since then, he's worn a hat just so that people wouldn't mistake him for a Weasley.
I'm okay with that, but no, my hair just needs cutting.
Speaking of Weasleys, Aaron, are you a Harry Potter nerd?
Yeah.
Okay, are you ready for this? Can we just
Sure.
have a quick little conspiracy theory here? You ready?
Yeah.
Grindelwald is a good guy.
Okay.
So here's my theory, right? So if you guys know anything about Gellert Grindelwald, I know this is totally not 3D printing related, but Grindelwald is a seer, and he can see things that happen in the future. He is foreseeing, World War II, things like that in Fantastic Beasts series. So here's what I think.
Okay, so I've not seen any of the Fantastic Beasts.
Okay, anyways, Grindelwald is a seer, and he can see the future. He's foretelling World War II, and he's using that as propaganda to try and bring people onto his side, which his belief is that wizards and humans should live all in the same world and not stay separated. But he's doing it through extreme acts. He believes essentially that the wizards are greater than the humans, and so therefore they should rule over them. Okay, so he's classically known as this dictator. Well, I think that because Grindelwald and Dumbledore were like best friends when they were younger, they have a lot of the same beliefs. And Dumbledore, as a child, was actually not a very good person. Right? So here's what I think. I think that Grindelwald is actually a good person. He just is misguided. He's doing good things, but here's what I think. Grindelwald sees the future and sees in the future a terrible, horrible dark wizard, aka Voldemort. And he knows The only person that he knows of that can possibly stop Voldemort is who? His best friend Dumbledore, who's the greatest wizard, arguably, in all time, really, in the Harry Potter universe. And so he sets Dumbledore on a path where Dumbledore starts to change and become a better person by starting a fight with him. So he fights with Dumbledore in order to have them separate so that Dumbledore, because here's another thing, Grindelwald had the Elder Wand, and somehow he loses a duel with an unbeatable wand. He loses a duel to Dumbledore via an unbeatable wand, right? And I think it's because he can see a future where Voldemort ends up with the Elder Wand. And so this terrible dark wizard with the Elder Wand, he knows about the Deathly Hallows. So he breaks everything off with Dumbledore so that Dumbledore will become a good person. I also have a theory that Dumbledore created a Horcrux, but that's a conversation for a different story. Basically, he separates all the evil stuff away from himself so that he can become the good Dumbledore that we know and love. And then he sets all these events in motion so that Dumbledore is able to defend against Voldemort, this dark wizard that's going to come in the future. And so all of these really mean and nasty, bad things that we hear that Grindelwald's doing, he's only doing because he knows that Voldemort's going to be 10 times as bad. And if he doesn't do something to create Dumbledore to stop him, then even more people are going to die.
See that?
You're a Harry Potter fan. You're not a Harry Potter nerd, Aaron. Come on, man.
Well, I've not watched those ones yet, so
this is all from like the 7th and 8th book.
It's been a while.
Or the seventh book.
It's been a while since I've watched or read the book, so.
Well, I might make a video about this, but it won't be like a YouTube video. It'll be like a Facebook or Twitter video.
There you go.
And all my friends are gonna disown me. They're gonna realize that I'm that kind of nerd, you know.
That's all right.
What do we got for today, Aaron? I got a cool print I want to show off sometime.
Well, then let's show off your cool print real quick.
So I got this new laptop, and I was having trouble downloading Fusion 360 because I have a free trial for my education, but I've already got Fusion 360 on like 3 different computers or something, and so for some reason it wasn't letting me download on my new computer. So I got to get that sorted out. But anyways, I hopped into Tinkercad, which I don't have a lot of skills in any modeling software, but Tinkercad I just am really not good at. But I was able to design this right here, which is a hinge. Yeah, it's a hinge for my garden. So I mount this on the post, and then I mount this to the gate, and then it just drops in, and then opens and closes. And
There you go.
am so proud of this. I'm so proud of how good this hinge looks. I can't even believe
Looks
it.
great. And you did it so it will actually print without supports. There you go.
Exactly. Yeah. See, that was the key, is I had to print it in such a way so that the hole stays with its integrity and still prints flat. And then I also needed the peg to be able to print flat as well. And so the whole thing prints without any supports, even on my
I don't know if that was you or that was me. I'd say that was him. Well, we will wait for him to come back in. Sometimes it's hard to tell whether it's going to be him or me that freezes. It's been a while since either of us have froze. Oh, where's that? I'm going to grab something real quick. All right. Well, my son's been in here moving things around, so it's a little mess on the floor. And I'm a ginger again. So we'll wait for him to get back in here. He did say that he was having some issues with internet, so we'll see how that goes. So I've got a dishwasher I had to replace, and Chris says, I think my computer exploded. Oh, I understand, OneRes. So my dishwasher I have, well, it's not coming out. The feet, you can see I did something there. They are more decorative than they are actual functional. It's kind of pointless to do something like that for something that's going to need to slide around now and again. So what I originally started to do, excuse me, is make an entire screw to just replace it. And I didn't do half bad. It's still not 100% how it should be. Let's see that like that. But it's pretty darn close. Nope, and there he is. I see your keyboard.
I know. So I have a new phone. I just got a new phone like 2 days ago, and I haven't got my screen protectors in yet. And so if I use the front-facing camera, then it's like super blurry because it's got this plastic film on it. And so I'm going to use the other camera. I just needed to be able to see the face of my phone so that I can make sure that I'm on. Can you see me?
Most of you.
Is it low?
That's better.
All right.
So you want to continue on what you were saying with your hinge?
Oh, I just meant I don't remember what I was saying. I don't know how far I got before my computer.
The peg part. You would start talking about printing the peg so it stays flat.
Oh yeah, so I just put a flat spot on it so that when it prints with a flat spot, but that flat spot's not going to really matter much in the actual function of the hinge. And I just put, it's just a half a millimeter of space around it, and it seems, I mean, perfect. I mean, it's got just enough wiggle room to make it easy to move, but it's plenty tight. So
yeah, well, that's cool.
no, my laptop, my main computer, for some reason the internet stopped working, like out of the blue, just stopped. So I've been using my laptop, and then now all of a sudden my laptop's internet is doing the exact same thing. And so I'm thinking I have a problem with my router. So we're going to the phone because you were right. I did get gifted extra data.
Aha.
Yeah, I'm going to use it blurry, really weird. Actually, maybe I'll just peel it back just for the stream. Anyways, what about you, Aaron? What you been up to?
So I was just talking about the horrible design that they did for the feet for my dishwasher. That
Yeah.
I mean, look at that. I'm sorry, but if you got something that you want to sit there and have weight and be slid around some, don't do that. That's horrible. I mean, look at that. So the original thing I was doing was printing. Nice.
That used to be my dishwasher.
Nice.
And so now I'm gonna put in some finished grade plywood, and we're gonna make some shelves to store water jugs and things.
There you go. So my initial attempt was to do a new screw for it and just have it all one piece. And I only printed the one, and it's fairly accurate. Drop that. You can kind of see that it needs supports are done on it. So then I had the idea of I can save more plastic and keep it strong and just replace and fix the bottom of it.
Oh, so you just put like a cap on the bottom.
Yeah, so let's see if I can't get Fusion to pull up.
Did your screw work? Did you try it?
I compared it to these ones. I didn't try putting it in there because I have to tilt it to myself and then try to thread it in. And I didn't feel like having to get it stuck in there and try to back the thing off.
I can see that, I guess.
So I just did that, which doing just this little bit makes my life a whole lot simpler. Actually, you know what? I don't have to do Fusion 360 because
What is that?
that's the bottom part.
Oh, I see.
Now this one I didn't bother cleaning the would you stop that? Just close. There we go. So, would you stop that? I don't give a care. Thank you.
I think you care, Aaron.
Autodesk was popping stuff up. So you can see there's kind of a, looks like a little nut down there.
Yeah.
And then just a little shaft that goes up, and then I've got it curve to it there. That's about it. It's not super thick. It's just enough so it's going to go on there and allow it to slide around. So
that's pretty sweet, man.
Didn't take very long to do, and it saves me a boatload of plastic.
Yeah, it took me probably, I don't know, 45 minutes or so to make these. And then they take about, on my little monoprice, it takes about 6 hours to print a set. But then I took them outside and put them on my little garden gate, and worked perfect. First try.
Nice. Now this one took longer to model because I had to figure it out on how to do it. So, all right, let's see. I'm going to share my screen. Yes. All right. Share audio as well. Got it. So this is a 3D scanned kitchen for kids.
A 3D scan. Did you scan it with your phone?
No. This isn't something I did. This is from Peel 3D. But I had the thought to, and I've not got it done yet. I want to take it and get the file and sliced for printing and try to print a small version of it and see how that kind of works, and possibly slice it into pieces. That way you could actually piece the entire thing together.
Oh, like a big giant one?
Yeah, it take a lot of filament, but
You know, if we had a bigger community of steady watchers of our stream, I'd be like, let's do a community project. That would be sweet, man.
it'd be fun.
Slice it into cubes that everyone can print a piece and then just glue them all together.
Loop them all together.
Oh, dude. I got a package yesterday.
Uh-huh.
My Alien 3D UFO box came in.
Awesome.
Yeah, so this looks like, to me, the project that they gave, I haven't looked it up yet, but I'm pretty sure that it's like a moisture monitor for a garden.
Mm-hmm.
And then it also came with, a stand for 3D models. So it's solar powered. So
Nice.
you just sit it in the windowsill, and then you put whatever you want on it, and then just the light, just the power of the sun will keep that bad boy turning. So that's pretty slick.
That's pretty cool.
And then that always comes with 4 different filaments, right? So I got some 3D fuel. This is imperfect PLA. So I happen to get a string of black, and it possibly transitions to like a brown color. I got Toner Plastics Mellow Yellow. Oh, this lighting is terrible. I apologize, guys. My internet is struggling, huh?
It just looked white to me, so.
Yeah. Neon or Bay Green by X. And then Fiberlogy Turquoise. Fiber Silk.
Nice.
So
awesome.
I got some cool stuff. I got cool stickers. I got a coax sticker. And I got a this is a funny one. I like this one. I avoid warranties for a living, so pretty sweet. Overall, pretty nice haul. Josh, Alien 3D, he's been having some difficulty trying to source parts and things because, you know, everything in China is still kind of shut down. So he's been kind of struggling with that, but he's already got the next 2 boxes ready to go, as far as all the parts and things. So I'm looking forward to that. And by the way, anybody who's watching, just in case you were interested in the Alien 3D UFO box, I've got a discount code that I can shoot over to Aaron, and I'll get him to throw that in the video description.
Yeah, I will toss that in the link below. So, oh, wow, that's awesome, Chris.
But that's once my internet comes back.
Yep. All right, so I'm going to pop this up. So for all my fellow tabletop enthusiasts,
Oh man, this would have been perfect for Josh. Jeez.
Quarantine Quest. So everything that I'm bringing up is in the description down below. It says links for this episode. So you get a 30-day free trial, and there's a bunch of side quests you can do. So all you do is enter in your email and your first name, and then you click join now free. That's it. 30 days free. So that is in the description below. This is just stuff I've stumbled upon, and I've saved it for our shows. And we didn't have a show one week, and our show was a little different last week. So I've just piled stuff on. So this is kind of a quick summary of going through. I've not clicked into it and done anything on it yet. I plan to at some point in time do that possibly. This one I'm really excited about. So this is 3D printing it's part for a rocket, an actual rocket. So it's metal 3D printing, so technically it's welding. Can you hear the music?
Yeah.
Okay.
Please let one of these images be the thumbnail for the episode. Oh, did you see that 3D printer that has that swing arm on it? That the build plate spins and rotates, and then the actual extruder is attached to an arm that like is on a pivot. Can you hear me? Yes. Yes, that is it. That thing looks amazing. I can't hear you, Aaron. I don't know if that's a thing, but
How about now?
I can hear you now.
Okay, cool. That's weird. So yeah, we'll get to that one in a minute. So there's this one here. It's a homemade belt 3D printer. Now, if any of you guys watched the live stream last Sunday from the 1440 Makers live stream, I was in on Sundays. There was Saturday and Sunday. It was the 24-hour again. It wasn't to raise any money. It was just a whole bunch of makers just hanging out. One really cool guy on there actually has designed these, and it's actually kicked off a lot of this. And I'm pretty sure you know the one I'm talking about, the White Knight.
Yeah. What's that guy's name? I'm trying to remember what his name was.
I want to say it's Carl. I want to say it starts with a K. That's all I can remember.
I'm gonna have to come back to that. I can't remember.
But because I mean, that's the first time I've actually talked to him, and yes, no, it was pretty cool that he was on there, and I talked to him for just a short little bit. Yeah, but there's that. Yeah, so if you guys look up the White Knight on YouTube, is pretty cool. I want to build one. I do.
I would love to convert my ANET into a belt printer. That would be sick.
That would be. Now, this is not 3D printed, but it is BA. Cardboard.
Ooh, cardboard,
Optimus
yeah.
Prime.
That's legit, man.
You know what? I've got to do this. I have to do this. Just because I cannot not do it.
Popping bubble wrap? It's addicting, man, I know.
No, this is actually just opening a box.
Table.
I taped it shut so my son wouldn't get into it.
Oh. Aaron, are you still there? If you're still there, I can't hear you, just so you know. Someone wants to make some sweet elevator music and send it in to us, so when we have these types of technical difficulties, we can just play some random elevator music song. That'd be great. Though I will say that the cardboard Optimus Prime is pretty sweet. All right, Blurry Me is the only one here. Great, that's cool. Well, guys, I don't know if any of you guys, I don't have any controls over the stream, so you're kind of just stuck staring at my goofy mug for a couple minutes until Aaron gets back. But if you guys are interested in the Alien 3D UFO box, it's pretty sweet. Every week they give some sort of project. They do at least four samples of filament. Sometimes it's more, and sometimes the samples can be pretty pricey. I think I got a carbon fiber filament once, glow in the dark filament, stuff like that. It's pretty cool. And they have different types of subscriptions. You can get like full project boxes. You can get just the project and nothing else. You can get just filament and nothing else. So there's a lot of different options for that filament box. But I don't know if I had a chance to show off to you guys last month. This is the March one. I guess we're in May now, but I just barely got the April one yesterday, but it was still, hey, Optimus Prime.
The Decepticons must be stopped. Megatron is in my sights.
Hello there.
Hey, quite the improvement, Aaron.
We must protect the All-Star Cube.
You left me, Aaron.
Well, technically, my computer is crapped out on its battery.
Therefore,
I accidentally bumped the cord and it unplugged and it shut it off completely.
Well, I didn't have any controls over the stream. I almost closed out. Times like these that I'm reminded which of us is the bigger nerd. When it comes to Harry Potter, I think I've got you beat. But that may be the only thing.
I can see now if I lean forward because I took off my glasses, so this would sit better on my face. So yes, a cardboard Optimus Prime. And this makes my voice sound very creepy.
There go the only 2 viewers of the stream.
Yeah,
Bye.
okay. I'm having fun.
I am Optimus Prime.
Yes, you are, man. Yes, you are.
So
Good
I
for
actually
you.
stuck all of my geeky stuff from my desk into my box from my printer.
Are you becoming the dad from the Lego movie? Where he super glues all of his Legos together because he doesn't want his kids to play with them? These are not toys.
Remember the 5th of November.
But since you decided to say Legos, Star Wars. Don't worry, I can fix that.
Disappointed in myself right now. I got a cool
Right.
dragon. It's pretty cool.
Sculpt
The
2.
Sculpt. I love this idea. I think that is so sweet.
My things are Dwight approved.
Aaron, identity theft is not a joke. People suffer from it every year.
I couldn't help it. I had to pull out the Dwight one when I pulled out the Voltec. Also, don't blink. Don't look away. I've Star Trek glasses from Burger King.
Used to have the Wild Wild West glasses from Burger King.
Nice.
Back when I thought I was so cool. Looks kind of small.
It's bigger on the inside.
Oh, I was waiting for it.
It's Yahtzee. So yes, all my geeky stuff. Okay, so Sculpt 2. Oh look, you can scan and make your own 3D models. I'm not gonna go and read on it. There's a bunch of stuff on it. It talks about the benefits of the swivel rotation, and the swivel rotation is the swivel of the print head that does there, because if you look at the actual part here, you can see the teeth that the motor brings it in and puts it back out, but the rotating part is the actual print bed that does like a record player,
which is so genius.
And then obviously
what's the price point on that?
I want to say it's I'm not sure if it's a Kickstarter or not. Oh yes, the build plate is removable too.
I'm surrounded. I've got 4 computers all around me, and none of them work right now. The only thing that I could use to look up the price on that is my phone, and I'm using that for the stream. So
Yeah. So the build volume is 200 by 200.
200 diameter circle, 200 millimeters, which is better than a Delta, honestly, for that size, because Deltas have a cone-shaped build area.
So
Because
it says the Sculpt Plus has a 200 by 160 build volume. I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense because it's a 200 millimeter circle.
Yeah.
And then 100 and whatever you said tall,
60.
because it has the same build area regardless of its height.
Yep. Okay, so
That's
yeah,
really cool.
it says print area is 200 by 200. It's PLA. I'm pretty sure because the heating, there's no heated bed.
There's no heated bed on that for sure.
Wi-Fi
But
connect.
it's super cool. Yeah, well, there's no display on it. That's what I'm saying is I wonder if that thing is like, I wonder if that's like 100 something bucks. Like that could be $100 printer and it would be sweet.
You can buy from the following retailers, it says, and well, there's no actual like following retailers, so I don't know that it's out yet. Because the original Sculpt was done in 2015 on Kickstarter. So okay, price at $500.
Come on. Give me a break. Does it have a camera built into it for 3D scanning?
No, that's just that.
Man, I can get a Prusa Mini for less than that.
I know it.
Seriously.
I know it's overpriced. Oh, let's see. There's a Kickstarter going on. Let's see if I can find it.
There you go. Almost. Close. Hey, have you ever played that? What was that game? Call to Adventure. There's a game for the Name of the Wind. With Kvoth. Remember we were talking about that book?
Yes. Yes. So that is from Brothers. Okay. It is from my favorite card company, Brothers Wise Games, which has done Boss Monster.
Is that a game or is that a video game?
It's a card game.
Card game. So that game I played last night.
Oh yeah.
I didn't play the Name of the Wind expansion, but I did play the original.
Call to Adventure.
Yeah, and it was kind of fun. It was fun.
My friend, he got it for his birthday from his wife recently, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, my brother got it for his birthday, and he brought it over to my house last night. We played. It was pretty cool.
That is awesome. Yeah,
It's one of those games where there's like 100 different ways to score points, and you have to add them all to see like how many points you win.
Yeah.
So the scoring is a little atrocious, but
Yep.
overall it's kind of fun.
So, Angus has done stuff like this where he's talked about Kickstarter's 3D printers, and he had last one he had done, there wasn't any. Let's put it on this side. There, that's visible. Don't turn your back, don't look away. So there is a Kickstarter 3D printer that I was gonna mention, and there's obviously a couple other ones, not the ones I was looking for. I'll try to have it found for next week.
This episode is sponsored by Tico.
You have to cut me. You just have to cut me deep, don't you?
Didn't you get some Tico parts?
No, I got shafted. That's what I got.
I thought that you got like a plastic hood or something like that, but that's like all you got.
No, that would have been something at least. So this one is Orion 3D printer, and it looks pretty rigid because it's on linear rails. So let's check it out.
Meet Orion, a 3D printer for everyone. Orion features a full metal V6 hot end, capable of printing temperatures over 300 degrees. Full color 2.4-inch touchscreen display with a choice with standard full graphics display or touchscreen mode with a simple click.
Why does your touchscreen display need to be full color?
As well as USB connectivity for printing.
So to mess with Jimmy.
Is he colorblind?
Oh yes.
How does he know whether to stop or go on a stoplight? Bruce and Minnie on linear rails. I mean, a Creality here too. I mean, what's the other one?
You also have full control over the stepper drivers if you choose to experiment with your machine. Let's test out our change filament. Changing filament has never been easier. Simply wait for the old filament to automatically unload. Remove the old filament from your extruder and insert the new one. It's that simple.
You do realize that we can't hear the video audio, we just hear the clocking of your bobbleheads, right?
Oh no.
We heard it at first and then you changed something and we weren't able to hear the audio anymore, and then you just kind of started jamming with your bobblehead.
How about now?
Press continue and wait
Oh,
for
it's really loud, but yes, we can hear it.
And the print will carry.
they're talking about all this, that, and the other, and there's like bed leveling. That Predator seems to have seen better days there. The problem I have is I don't know how the cooling is, but that's also all metal hot end. So your temperatures are going to have to be hotter. It's got 26 days left and 5 backers, and they've got $1,877 funded out of $69,860.
So what's the cost for backers on that? $250, $300?
Pledge there. Let's see. All right. So early bird is 640 euros or more. So it's about about $816.
Man, people are really proud of the work.
220 by 220 by 250.
So it's an ANET A8.
Pretty much. A little higher build height, I think. Because I think the ANET's 220 by 220 by 240.
Oh, and by the way, I apologize. I shouldn't make the comparison. I mean, yours is probably a lot less likely to catch fire. Just in case anybody from that Kickstarter campaign is watching.
All right, let's click on this one. It says $299. That's more affordable.
Isn't that the Polaroid one?
No.
Oh no, that's not
Anvil.
Polaroid. That's the. I'm just kidding because there's a bunch of them that look just like that. They're all just like in a box like that.
Yeah, let's check this $300
3D
printer out.
printing is great, but often inaccessible. Until now, 3D printers have cost over $1,000, and that's
Not true.
the most basic.
Not true.
At Anvil, we've set out
Not till now.
Our 3D printer is easy
There's a
to
lot
use,
that's been under
and at a
$1,000.
$299 price point, it's affordable.
No, Aaron, they said so.
Most importantly, the print
Not
quality
true.
is incredible.
Call the manufacturers you got your printers from.
Any
Pay them more money.
other tricky and hard to use 3D printers, Anvil is ridiculously user-friendly.
Ridiculously
For example,
friendly.
It's incredibly easy to load. No more
No, people.
processes like traditional 3D printers.
No, why? Why?
Even better,
Why?
all you need to do to operate Anvil
Why?
is press a single button. We've designed
Why?
our printer with an
I love it, Aaron. I love it. I don't know what you're so upset about.
You don't need cartridges of filament set for a printer. It's ridiculous. Because then you can only have one size filament. spool
Ridiculously easy. That's what they said.
to drill a hole through.
I didn't. Was it a cartridge? It looked like it was just a spool she loaded in there, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a spool, but look. It's
You got to realize that I am using a cell phone, and so my screen is real
Right.
tiny right now.
all right.
Oh, it isn't a cartridge.
Yeah. And it's like locked inside of it. And it's like you got your spool, then you got like a extended part out there.
Don't
That
like
makes
that.
more work, people.
Well, no, you just have to buy proprietary filament.
I hate proprietary filament.
Open source, man.
It's incredibly easy to load. No more complicated and inconvenient insertion processes.
Look, and you open it only so far, and you have to slide it into place like it's on a track there, and then you close it. But the filament was sticking straight out like that. So,
But you know what, Aaron? If it works the way that it's supposed to, can you imagine the headaches that would solve in real life, though?
Operate Anvil is press a single button. We've designed
It
our
wouldn't.
printer with an close
With a cartridge like that, you could ensure that it stays dry, right? Because maybe there's desiccant inside of there
I
or
mean, there
something like
could be.
that. And then with it being in that orientation, I mean, you could literally just, I mean, if it's that easy to just change out filaments, where you could just, you know, pull the cartridge out, put a new cartridge in, that would be really nice. I mean, if you forget about how much it would cost and how hard it would be to use other companies' filaments.
As long as you have access to the internet, you can control your Anvil 3D printer. Now you don't have to wait until you get home to make your great idea.
Although I don't know if I necessarily like the
You'll never
little-
be caught unprepared again. If you're thinking
the little
Using
robot there. No, that robot, isn't that the oh
The
geez,
MakerBot?
what's, yeah, that's the MakerBot robot, isn't it?
Yeah.
3D printer alive, but we cannot do it alone. Now we are running our Kickstarter campaign to help.
Well, they've met their goal.
Manufacturing cost and deliver.
Their goal was 100,000. They're at 102,395. They've got 307 backers.
That was $400 for that one.
300.
$399.
So pledge of $199 or more, because you can add on to it if you want, they say. Was this one backed and like done completely? Because I don't know if this one was done completely or not, because this must have been done. This is an old one. Why is it showing me something for newer stuff? Okay, so it says June 2016.
Obviously, it's a very popular printer, Aaron, because I've never heard of it.
Yeah, that is the first I've ever heard of that printer.
I would like to find someone that has a printer like that and ask them about it. I'm gonna post something on Twitter as soon as I can use my phone again.
Yes.
Because I'd like to see one of those printers in action.
That's interesting. Oh my gosh. Let's see, more filters.
Have you seen that? Have you seen that printer that 3D Maker Noob reviewed, and even Linus Tech Tips reviewed it? It's a little 3D printer that costs like under $100.
Yes. I have seen that one, and I wouldn't mind it. Obviously you don't have anything, but you just put it in, you press a button, it starts to print everything out.
Well, that's the interface that it has is literally just like 3 buttons. There's
Yep.
no display, and so you load the file, and then whatever the most recently loaded file is on the card, that's what prints when you push the print button, which I think is kind of sweet. That's kind of slick, man.
That is pretty cool.
A way definitely of cutting costs of producing a 3D printer in the first place.
Aha. Found it. Found the printer.
All right, we don't have very many minutes left though, because it's been an hour, and I got
All right.
kids.
$69 printer.
That is the one that I'm talking about. That's the one that looks just like the Polaroid one, the Toy Box one. What is that one?
3D Fort.
3D Force. Yeah, I see it now.
Yeah, it's got the like Lego circles all over it that you can print Legos and stuff and put on it.
Oh, it's got like the Lego studs like around the sides of it, so you can print Legos and
put it
pardon
on.
me. You could print compatible building bricks and stick it to the side for $70.
Yes, and I want to say it is over with and it's been completely funded. And obviously, this was on my list of things to do a while back. It's because the last update was April 26th. So their goal, well, yeah, they definitely met their goal. Their goal was 38,770.
Well, I mean, $70 printer. Yeah, you're gonna have all kinds of people jump on that. Are they delivered? Do we know anything about this?
So yeah. I mean, I wouldn't turn it away to try it out. It would be interesting.
For sure.
The build plate is removable, if I remember correctly.
It's probably not heated.
No, it's not heated. So, but yeah.
I like the concept. I mean, it looks just like those other ones out there, the Polaroid one and the
Toy box.
Toy box. Yeah, they look identical, but I like the concept of it, and for that price, I mean, that's
So yeah, I mean,
if it
I had
works.
the money whenever they were doing it, I probably would have said, "Yeah, I'll back it."
Yeah.
But one way that they do cut down on costs on this printer is the stepper motors. The stepper motors are cheaper motors, people. So it's one thing you look at with something like this.
The stepper motors on my monoprice are smaller ones as well, but it's okay because the smaller ones are used to move really small pieces.
Yep.
And then the motor that controls the extruder is still a full-size NEMA 17.
This one is not. This one is all small,
little tiny ones.
Yep.
But you know what? You really don't need that much force if you got your temperature setting right. Yeah.
Yep. This is very true. So yes. So this one has been backed. I was going to get it out there and all that, but I mean, if it works, it works. So the pictures of ejection molds here. So yeah, we will see how that goes. All right, so the super early bird was sold out, and that was $59. That's dang cheap.
It's not bad. 146, you get two.
That's not a bad price. 69 is the early one. 79 is the
really. A printer like that is really the ideal kind of thing for like a school. Like something like that would be good for a school, especially like either an elementary school where the teacher instructor has a lot of experience with tinkering with 3D printers and stuff, or like a high school where it's meant to be a like once a year purchase. You know what I mean? Where you buy one at the beginning of the year, you teach the kids how to use it. At the end of the year, you drop it off or something like that, and then the next year you buy a new one. You know what I mean? Like something like that would be perfect for that, because the kids would get a chance to learn how to use it, learn how all the components work, whatever. If it breaks, I mean, you're not out really hardly anything. $70 for an educational tool, I mean, that's cheap. I could get approved to spend $70 twice a year easy, and I live in a small little tiny rural community, you know.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I completely understand that, and it's $70. That's definitely a decent price point for something.
For sure. All right, man. I'm gonna have to head out pretty quick here. So.
All right. So next week we will be on Chris's channel, same time, same corny jokes.
The jokes are better on my channel. That's proven fact. You can tell because I have 2 more subscribers than you.
So thank you everybody for joining us. We had some technical difficulties with everything, but that's all right. It happens.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
So if you guys have any questions, let us know. You can find us on social media. Links all down below. Chris, whenever he sends me that, I will post that in the description for the discount code for the UFO box. And there's a couple other things down there below from things we've talked about. You got Joe up in Kansas City with the 3D printing face shields and masks. And you've got down there the Geek Foundation as well is a link as well. So if you guys didn't get a chance to check that out last time, there you go. So we greatly appreciate you guys, and we hope to see you next week. So until then, everybody, take care, happy making, and we will see you later.
See you guys.
Bye.